The day Acornius felt lighter, discovering joy in caring less. I remember the morning Acornius switched his giant satchel for a simple satchel that held exactly one thing: a single shiny pebble. He wasn't showing off. He was discovering something that had been hiding beneath his twitching tail all along. He'd spent weeks piling acorns, trinkets, and just-in-case items into a bag so large it scraped the ground. He carried doubts, what-ifs, and every last ember of FOMO the forest could muster. His steps were heavy, and his heart was heavier. When Tula found him on a mossy log, she only asked one question. "Would you like to try carrying less today?" He didn't know how. He thought less meant losing. She simply opened her backpack, light as a hug, and showed him it held only 3 wonders: a bell, a stone, and a secret. Acornius watched as she unwrapped the bell. It chimed like morning light. She gave him the stone, smooth, hollowed at the center, and she whispered the secret. "Space is a gift you give yourself." He hesitated. He looked at his bag bulging with everything but wonder. Then, with a breath, he set it down. The straps unclipped like magic. He lifted his own simple satchel, barely bigger than his paw, and walked on. What he saw first was the sunlight dancing through the branches, not blocked by his burden. He heard the beetles humming, each note clear. He felt the breeze tuck around him like an old friend. Acornius realized he had never really noticed the world before. He'd been too busy hauling his own importance. Now every step felt curious instead of compulsory. His heart, once shrunk by worry, began to stretch. By dusk, he'd filled his satchel with 4 treasures he actually loved. 1 acorn for lunch, 1 flower for a friend, 1 question for later, and 1 spark of joy to remember. He returned the extra acorns he'd borrowed, gifted his trinkets to those who needed smiles, and left behind a sack that rattled only with possibility. Tula smiled and said, "See? Caring less doesn't mean having less. It means seeing more." And Acornius, now with a lighter paw and a lighter heart, understood that freedom isn't how much you hold on to. It's in what you choose to set down. That night, under a sky full of uncounted stars, he slept without a single extra thing to wake him. And for the first time, he dreamed of space itself.